Hello, hello. I think we are live. Hi, Michael. Are you there?
Hello, Janine. Hey, everyone.
It's
Welcome.
Tell us in the comments. We're going to give it just a moment for everyone to join. Tell us where you're tuning in from. Is everybody so excited? It's your lucky day. You have Michael and JJ.
It's our lucky day to get to be here to spend time with you. Hey, Jessica Silver, I see you. Love
Hi.
it.
Nice to see everyone. Hi, Dee. Hey, Jessica. Nice to see everybody. Hi, Linda. We are Michael, when was the last time we had the opportunity to be together?
Well, I do recall our last time doing our gingerbread house challenge,
Oh,
but we were just together actually for kickoff in January. So I forgot that we were in person for our Avon kickoff.
true, true. And yes, I'm glad you brought up the gingerbread wars, the one where I won.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to lose when you use jewelry. Like, I'm just going to say jewelry trumps a lot of things, right? I'm
I
seeing,
know.
love
It
it. Yep.
totally does. Well, listen, it is so nice to see everybody. Hi, Jenny. Jared, nice to see everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to be hang out with Michael and I for a little bit. We thought it would be so much fun to just get together, have a little fun St. Patrick's Day challenge. But also, we thought, you know what? We've never shared. We were talking about this recently. I don't know that we've ever shared how we started at Avon, all of our experiences, like from the very beginning. So we're going to have a little talk and, kind of share some things. And spoiler alert, Michael, I think we'll tell everybody we actually started almost the same exact year.
Almost exactly. I think it was the same year, just months apart. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But anyway, so we'll get to that. Hi, Autumn, Sabina. Nice to see you. So listen, before we jump in, Michael, you know us. We always love to give some gifts. You guys know the drill. Just for shopping with us, we love giving things away. You're going to have some great items, limited time. I'm going to do the 60, Michael, and then you want to do the 100?
I can go for it. You got it. Hit it.
Okay. So when you spend 60 and you use code LUCKY60, Jonathan is our moderator today. He's going to drop everything in the chat for you. You're going to get three awesome items: a Haiku shampoo. You're going to get an Elastine 2-in-1. I know, Michael, you love that one. And you're also going to get an eyeliner, but look, I put it on today in emerald. So I'm very on brand today. So that's what you're going to get when you spend 60. Michael, let's talk
I
about
love it. It's a little bit of a lucky green theme. And if you spend $100, use that code lucky100, and you'll also get the Jeju Aloe the body wash. So this is, keeping in our green theme. You got to have this. So this is your little extra for spending $100. But I got to share two things, Janine, because I love a good tip or something cool. So
Okay.
this two-in-one shampoo is an amazing smell. I love it. It's also, for lazy people like me who I don't spend separate time washing and conditioning. I have limited hair volume to take care of, so I do what I can. But it's a great scent. But it's also not that like thick, like creamy formula. It has that transparency to it, so it feels much lighter. So I think this is a super buy. And how many of you wonder about, oh my God, I have such a hard time opening these liners, right? So Janine raising her hand, tell me in the chat. So I have over the years opened several hundred of these between conventions and events and et cetera. And here's my trick. So take it by both ends and twist it, and it breaks the seal, and you're able to peel it off super easy. Hi.
Okay, Michael, we are literally we are simpatico today. So today I decided that I was going to put on this eyeliner. Again, I have it on in emerald, so pretty.
Yep.
And I had done my nails gold. You know, we have our nail color, by the way. This is available here at Avon. And I didn't want to mess my nails up. And I was like, I wonder what happens if I twist. Stop it. And it worked.
See? I mean, there is that little tab that you can pull to, but if you twist it, that tab gets revealed. It's much easier. Just a little hint, especially if you're a representative and you're trying to unpack a bunch of these for an event, that's the way to do it. Don't forget the twist. Okay.
I love that. Speaking of twist, I think we have to get this challenge out of the way first.
Okay, I think so.
So I know, Michael, we were talking about, oh my gosh, you guys, you should have heard the things that Michael was like, we could do Irish soda bread. Have you met me? I mean, like shepherd's pie. And I was like, why don't we do something like, let's look on TikTok and see what's trending. And there were so many beverages trending on TikTok. And so we thought, you know, what about a little green shamrock shake challenge? You know, what do you think, Michael?
I love it. This is like cooking light. This is right up my alley too. I love the idea of how do we, you know, take something that's a classic and put a bit of a twist on it. So I was totally game. I will say I was trying to get us into maybe like a cocktail mode, but Thursday at 3 o'clock, maybe not, but I might have snuck something in mine anyway, but I'll let you know. Yeah.
Well, I will say that's a good point, Michael, because I do believe we really wanted to have something fun and, you know, a little indulgent. But some of you may know that I've kind of been on this journey of eliminating sugar from my diet. And so it's been great for me. I feel better than ever. And so when we were talking about this, I was like, great, I'm going to set myself back. But then I thought, okay, I'm going to give myself the challenge of making a shake as low sugar as possible. So this will be very interesting to see how it turned out.
I love it. I love it. All right. So who do we want to reveal their shake challenge concept first? I see some hearts flying. Let's see what's happening in the chat.
Yeah, whose do you want to see first, Michael's or mine?
Teresa said she's in with JJ. I love that. Let's see. Let us know who you.
Michael.
Uh-oh.
It's Michael.
At the
Michael.
same time. I like you. You're a Democrat, Andrea. At the same time, very democratic response.
Okay. Well, Michael, fine. Just go ahead. Let's see yours.
Okay. So I do have to say, and I'm going to share because I feel like this will make you feel good, Janine, is not everything always goes as planned. So my first idea was because I'm like, all right, I want everything in there. I want to go over the top. So I used a brownie, an Irish cream brownie ice cream with a little mint flavoring, a little of, you know, a little milk, etc. And I just want to share with you what that looked like when I put green food coloring in it. This is not the prettiest color. It is unfortunate, actually. So, and I had some like chocolate bits that I put in. So I was like, all right, this isn't going to win. But so that was my never mind. It didn't work. So
that was your JJ version, is what you just said. Because you
no, that was my like try. See, we try, and if it doesn't work, we keep going. It does taste good, but it's not pretty. I'm going to tell you that.
We all
instead, I went classic vanilla, and I have some chocolate mint candies.
Okay.
Food coloring. There might be a little Irish cream liqueur in there. Just your favorite brand. Think about that. You know, you could, unless you put a little whipped cream. So I've got some mint whipped cream.
Okay. Did you make the whipped cream, Michael?
Oh, hi. Yeah. All you need is a hand blender and some heavy whipping cream. And then, because I live in Savannah, I had to add a little Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie. So in honor of the Girl Scouts and Girl Scout selling season, I had to do that. So here we go. We have a vanilla, chocolate candy, mint, whipped cream, Girl Scout cookie shake. Let me know what you think in the chat. Tell me. I'm going to taste it to make sure it's okay.
I'm pretty sure that everyone agrees. People are saying that I'm in trouble. And
you're never.
All right, all right. Well, yours
Yeah.
absolutely looks delicious. Who wants to see mine now? Because I worked really hard on this, by the way. I worked really hard. So again, I was trying to do low sugar. So I took, and I'm not going to say the name. There are a lot of brands out there, but I took a lower sugar vanilla ice cream, and I took some neon food
Ooh.
coloring. But I didn't just do one color, Michael. I mixed it up. Okay, hold on a second. I got to do a couple of finishing touches. I actually mixed up three different bowls and made three different variations of green. And I too took some, by the way, I'm not going to say the names, but I'm going to show you some of these. These are actually, they have no sugar in them. A few of those, and I chopped them up and I put them in. But one second, I've got to decorate. One second.
Okay, no, I appreciate. And also, does it not sound so Janine to have three choices of color to make sure that the color looks right for what she's trying to accomplish?
I
Like,
mean,
I
obvious.
totally get it. That's so you.
Okay. Okay. But wait, let me do my version of whipped cream.
Honey, ain't nothing wrong with it.
One
It's
second.
always ready.
One
Yep.
second. Okay, I think that's it up though. It's so pretty. Okay, wait. Oh my goodness. Okay, ready?
I love it. Let's
Drum
see.
roll. Okay. I think I might win.
Mmm. Mmm.
Okay, so I took, now it's all running together, but I promise there were
It's
three
nice.
different colors. Um, I have my little sugar, and look, I also put some little green and gold doubloons. Okay, I can't hold it too far over because if it gets in my computer, I'll
Yeah,
definitely be off for the rest of the day. But what's going on here, right?
I love it. What
Okay,
is that?
I'm going to try mine.
Okay.
Let me see.
I
Okay,
gotta say, that is a great color.
thank you.
I'm impressed.
Oh,
I will give it to you. See, you're getting pretties. They
mm.
both look good. I love it. Oh, New Orleans-ish. Sue Parker. Yep.
So I guess I should not show that word, but
Well, I will say you also get extra props for, using a seasonally appropriate glass, right?
that's right. You know what? This is so actually good that now it's a lot, but it's really good. It's really good.
Is it too much or not enough? I mean, there's always that fine line
Oh,
between
wait,
the
my
two,
little
right?
cinnamon. Jonathan, get a picture of us holding up
Yep.
our.
Hold on. I
Yep.
have been snacking on mine, so
I was
my
gonna say, somebody get a picture of us holding up our, so that okay.
love it.
Okay, so we have a little bit of a new technology. So I thought it would be fun. Let's see if it actually works. Yes, and I'm seeing some questions. Both of ours have ice cream, and yes, mine is completely almost sugar free, the entire thing. But we have a little bit of a poll that I think we need to activate to see who we think who's the winner. So I'm going to start this, and let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, that's okay too. We're just trying some new technology. Not seeing that it's actually starting, but not a problem because you know what, Michael, we can always
It's all
just,
good.
yeah.
Oh, wait, I see something happening on the screen.
Oh, you do?
I
Okay.
see I see some voting. I think I see a box that might have voting in it. That's looks like to me. So
Okay.
send a vote. And no matter what happens, we'll still be friends, so don't worry about it.
Don't worry. Okay, Jonathan, let us know. Can you see the poll? Oh, thank you. People are saying that they love it. Okay, the
Right?
poll is at the top. Oh man, Michael, I wish you could see the poll. So I'll
Ah,
just tell you the options that I gave everybody. So
okay.
the winner of the Shamrock Shake, and I put JJ. I put Janine,
Uh-huh.
option one. Option two, JJ. Option three, JJ dot dot dots, friend Michael.
I like that. I see there's been some ballot interference there, but total respect. Listen, you do most of the hard work on putting these together and making sure that we're all prepared. So I give total kudos where kudos is due.
Thank you. Listen, that was so much fun, Michael. And I wish we were together so that we could, taste each other's, because that would
Little
be more
taste.
fun. But
Send me your recipe. I need to get your decorations, and I'm going to taste yours for sure.
okay, all right, got it. All right, well, I think that was so much fun. By the way, if you're just tuning in, we're just having a little bit of fun, some St. Patrick's Day, kind of a Shamrock Shake challenge. By the way, we also have some free gifts when you shop with us today. Check the chat because you'll see everything. The codes Lucky 60, Lucky 100, and you'll get all things green, which is so cool.
Mm.
All right. Oh, wait, I just got a message that we have a winner from the poll. Who's the winner?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's from our producer. We have the same producer, so we're looking to
You
see.
do. Who's the winner?
Dun, da, da, da. Pop it in the chat. Let's see, Jonathan.
I know. Yeah, put it in the chat.
Oh,
Drum
drum
roll,
roll.
please. Okay. Stop it.
Look at that. Which JJ is first place? Or have you combined all of her votes into one? Oh.
I mean, whatever. Okay, that was so much fun. But Michael, really, and again, everybody, thank you so much for joining. We just thought it would be really fun to kind of go back down memory lane. Michael and myself, so many of you have been with Avon for such a long time, and I don't want to speak for everyone, but I know how lucky I am, right? To be with this company, to have such an amazing community. Michael, you are just such an incredible partner at work, but also all of our representatives are just so amazing. So let's kind of do some questions, Michael, about, kind of going back in time.
I love it.
Okay. So I have a question for you, Michael. Now, this is
Okay.
before Avon. And by the way,
Okay.
I want all of you to engage too. I want you to,
Yeah.
put your answers in the chat. So what is your first memory of the first product that you used at Avon?
Ooh. So my first product, so I grew up in rural southern Maryland in the midst of corn and tobacco farms and what we called the fabulous summer bugs. Um, and I was part of that original folklore of Skin So Soft and seeing Skin So Soft as a product. And I just think that to me has always been the iconic component of our business. You see, I've got my new Skin So Soft in the background here because it kind of feels like, since I think so that was the 70s. I think it was introduced in 1961. Like, look how far it's come in all of this time. So that's
Right.
I'm seeing some in the chat. I love it too.
Yeah, there's
What was your
lot of
first
memories.
Avon product?
So my earliest memory, both of my grandmothers used or purchased, Avon. So my maternal grandmother, she never went a day without having a pedicure. She always had her toenails done, and that was with Avon nail polish. And so, of course, is it any wonder that I love all of my polishes? So I definitely, that was my earliest memory. I always wanted to do my nails. And then on my dad's side, my grandmother, in her bathroom, she had some of those beautiful, like really fancy, those fragrance decanters with the jeweled eyes, like the owl, the dog, right? I mean, like, I loved playing with those. Like, I mean, I just thought they were the most fabulous, fabulous thing ever. So, and of course, I loved the jewelry. That's a big thing.
Love it. Love it.
All
I'm
right.
loving seeing the chat. Perfumed lip balm or the solid perfumes, kids flavored lip balms. Love it. Yep.
Oh, wow. Michelle is saying she used to work in the factory where we made the lipstick sample cartridges. Michelle, that is the coolest.
That's a dream, right? Like,
Are you
love
talking
it.
about the little bullets that we still have, by the way, to this day?
I love it.
Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about how and when we started. So, Michael, you go first.
So I started in August of 2000, and I started in design for apparel and accessories. So I think a lot of you who know me from way back then still, think of me and talk to me as the fashion guy, because I was sort of, part of that team of building the fashion assortment. And it was like, I'll just share quickly because like I just remember like not the recruit. So I was recruited, um, and the recruiter wouldn't tell me the name of the company until they gave me the address for the appointment. And I was kind of like, oh, this is interesting. And I just remember walking, this is when we were in 1251 6th Avenue, and I walked into the building in New York, and I was like, whatever this energy is, I want this every day. Like, I don't even care what the job is you want to give me, but the people that I met and just the way things ran would made me so excited that I was like, count me in, count me in.
Okay, I love
And
that.
you, how did you start? Because I think you started before me, right?
I actually did. So every parent's dream, I woke up one day. I had graduated from college, had a job out of college, a great job, by the way. And I woke up, I was living in North Carolina, and I was like, I think I'll move to New York City. Every parent's dream. And I remember my dad saying, okay, like, do you have a job? Where are you going to live? And my response was, huh. And so I moved. I had a friend that lived in the city. She said, you can come stay with me. So I moved to New York City with no job. I did a little stint as a waitress. I thought that would be fun. Let's just say that didn't work out that well. Although I had a great time. I got a lot of tips because, I would just, make things up. It was always fun. But I went to a temp agency and they were like, we have this great company. It's a company for women. And I was like, okay. I was like, what is it? And they were like, Avon. And listen, you've probably all heard me tell this story before. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like,
Right.
I just moved to New York City. Like, you want me to go door to door? Like, how would I even get into people's buildings, So I didn't know it was for the corporate headquarters. But just like you, Michael, the first day I walked in the building, I was like, wow, like this is something
Yeah.
special. And just the people, the environment, of course, I was just overwhelmed by the beauty, just being surrounded by all of the amazing history in the product. So yeah, the rest is history. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. And all the years later, we're still here, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
love products, and I have a question for you about. So obviously, we've all talked about the first product that you kind of remember growing up, but what was the first product after you started working at Avon that you actually tried? I'm curious.
So here's what's interesting. So at the time, I remember, so we had a vice president who you would walk into a meeting and he would say, how many Avon products did you use today? And I remember thinking, well, I got to use whatever I can. So I went into the store that we had on site and I was like, okay, deodorant, yep, lip balm, yep, shampoo, yep. So I just started with all of my personal care needs. It was before I really figured out like what skincare was and what I needed. And so I started there. But I actually have a funny story that some of you may relate to, and maybe Michelle, you'll appreciate this. So when we started, they used to use the employees to test products. And
Mm-hmm.
so you get like a lab sample on your desk with a note that said, use day and night or do whatever. And some of you may remember that we launched a skincare product called Retroactive. And about the same time, there was the vitamin C serum, the original vitamin C serum came out. Now, I don't know what I'm doing. So I go home and I'm like, oh, I need to use these things. So I put the Retroactive on and then I put my vitamin C serum on. And there was sort of a gelled paste on my face because there were no instructions. And then I, I'm pretty sure that I went back to the skincare team going, I don't think I did this right. And it was sort of, it became the long story. But the other funny one too from the samples is the original peel pads that we
Yes.
had, the glycolic acid peel pads. There was no instruction about when, like how often to use them. So I started using them every day. Like I was cleaning my face and then I started peeling and I realized what was going on and that I needed to also exfoliate. So this is how I got to know a lot of the marketing folks because I would go over and be like, what am I doing wrong and what should I be doing instead? Yeah.
That is hilarious. And now you listen to me for all of the advice, right?
Exactly. Now I know the big source for everything. Yep.
Exactly. Okay. Do you want to know what product I used when I
Yes.
first? started?
I I know you used all of them all the time, but what was your gateway
I
product?
did. And actually, I brought it because I wanted to show it today. So, like you, we had an Avon store, and I went in and I loved jewelry. So, I've always been into, wearing jewelry and, mixing and matching in different ways. This is way back. I remember this was my very first purchase
I
from the Avon store.
love
Now,
it.
I don't know if this was an incentive because they had all kinds of
Yep.
jewelry there. But anyway, I got this, and I remember thinking, oh, like I'll wear this as a belt. You can imagine how many friends did I make, right?
Right.
Instead
Hmm.
of having it as a necklace, they were like, "Oh, great, here's another one," But yeah, so I used some jewelry. I also because I started working on the beauty training side immediately, my first skincare product was a new Night Force. And I don't have the product itself, but check this out. Does anyone remember
Wow.
this little curio? Like, I don't know what this was used
Oh, I
for.
remember sort of the box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Isn't that funny? Thank you. I'm not sure what the thank you was for, but this was one of my first products. Isn't that funny? It's so vintage. Okay, some people are saying that, Angelique, you have this necklace. Oh my gosh, that's
Right.
amazing. Okay, I also have to ask people in the chat, do any of you still have the first products like jewelry? Are you like saving them, or are you one of those who's like, hey, this is going to be worth something. I'm going to get out there and eBay it because some of the pieces are pretty valuable at this
Yeah,
point.
there's some collector's items out
I
there for
love it.
sure.
Okay, so let's also just quickly, Michael, talk about
Yeah.
what was the first job that you had. I think you've already told us that you were in fashion, jewelry, but what was your first job?
Yeah, so my first job was design for apparel and accessories. And I loved like working with the different groups so much. And we at the time had a group of designers. So we were working to try and like, I would work with the jewelry design team on how do I make the apparel work with the jewelry and, the hardware on a handbag and things like that. And so there was a lot of collaboration. And what that did for me over time was give me opportunities to shift into other areas of the company to learn different things. So, it's been a very lucky ride to go back to our original concept for me for sure.
That's really, really
Yeah.
cool. By
Yeah.
the way, I'm seeing a lot of comments in the chat about this necklace. A lot of you have it, and I'm being told that this was given away as a President's Club award. So very, very lucky that I have that. And I'm loving seeing all of the memories. A lot of you saying that you're hoarding your Avon. A lot of people that are saving kind of the decanters. I totally, totally get that. And oh my gosh, so many people have that necklace. That's so funny. I'm not alone. Well, my first job at Avon, it's really interesting because, and this kind of brings us to where we are today,
Yep.
Michael. I've been full circle with Avon. I actually started with a strategy called Avon Beauty Centers. And it was when they were launching, not licensed Avon Beauty Centers, but it was, an official run by Avon strategy where we had, presence in malls, which was a lot of fun. And I loved the fact that I immediately was put into beauty. And then almost immediately, within probably 6 months, I was tapped to kind of come over to work on a brand new strategy that was going to be launching. It was all beauty training. And boy, it was up my alley because I grew up, my mom, my grandmother, they had the book where they would, kind of drape you. Remember, are you a winter, spring, summer, fall? Like, I mean, I was
That's
born.
all over TikTok again now. Like, so this
I
is,
know. It is crazy. I know. So that, I was literally born for beauty, but my first official kind of job became beauty advisor. And I actually have
oh, your
some of
pen.
our original pins, and I know some of you up here today probably have these, but it was such an incredible strategy. And we just basically took and trained on everything, skincare, color, fragrance, consultative, selling. And it's interesting because I've been with Avon like you for a number of years. And the beautiful thing about Avon is I've been able to work all throughout the company in different departments, even digital, Michael. And I worked on digital, but just so everybody can, kind of get a laugh, I remember the first day they were like, we're going to put you on the digital team. And I was like, I don't code, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't code. But anyway, all of that to be said, it's full circle because being back in product education, it fulfills me in so many ways. Of course, I love it because I'm so into beauty, but I just love having the ability to work with all of our representatives. I love getting inspiration. I draw inspiration every single day from our community. So, yeah, I don't know. That was kind of
Yeah.
fun, right?
And just, I will say, like, one of the first times I remember seeing Janine, she walks into a meeting and I was very new and they're making a presentation about this concept and she's with the team. And I'm just like, who is that? Like, of course, always perfectly put together. I mean, it was the early 2000s.
Yep.
So, our fashion choices have changed, mine too. But it was just like when Janine walks in a room and starts to talk about product, she absolutely lights up. It doesn't matter. She wants to try it, but I was like, who is that? I want to work with her. And I think we got to get on a project together not long after that, which was a great opportunity. But it's so funny to me that it's like so full circle to you to come
Yeah.
back to this.
Yeah, it's so rewarding. And the same thing, Michael. I felt the exact same way. Just so you all know, I walked in, it's probably the same meeting, and I remember seeing this dapper gentleman, and he had just the perfect bow tie. Would we expect any less, right? And you had a jacket on, and I was like, okay, I've landed in the right place. Like, these are my people, right? Uh, but yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, we've had so many great opportunities, to partner and work together throughout the year. And one of the things that Michael and I were just talking about recently is it's really interesting because we still consider ourselves working together very closely, but it's more about in that cycle, that evolution of being an Avon representative. So I'm on the beginning part, right? I kind of start with the education. I love to excite, all of our representatives about the product, really encourage you, to try it yourself, share it with customers. And then Michael, you get to come in and you're on the rewarding end. You get to recognize everyone for all of their efforts. And I just think it's really incredible. These
Yeah.
comments are amazing, Michael. Oh my
I love it. I have to keep like scrolling to catch up, but it's super fun. And you're right. It's so like never did I think that this would be what I'm doing now.
yeah,
And
sure.
I think it's again that luck of either I found the right place or the right place found me, um, and gave me opportunities to try things. When I went into marketing, I was like, I'm a design person, like I'm creative. I don't I, Excel, what? Sort of like you in digital. And Avon taught me that I could make things pretty and be smart and, how to use my brain differently. And now to sort of be back on this end where I get to celebrate representative achievements and create, events and, our national convention. And I know some of you are waiting for an announcement, so stay tuned. There might be something coming soon about Avon Connect 2024. Had to get my plug in there, but we'll have a mark your calendars soon. But yeah, it's and to be able to do it with people like you for the last almost 25 years, Janine, has been amazing.
I
Amazing.
feel the exact same way. And again, I'm seeing a lot of the comments, talking about, everyone feels lucky to have each other. And Michael, I feel the same way, obviously, about partnering with you internally, but we both, and I think everybody knows this, that we're in it for the heart, right? Every single day I wake up, Michael wakes up and we know who we are doing this for. And
Yeah,
that's what makes all of the difference in the world. And truly, all of you just inspire us so much. And we feel lucky to have you. So, thank you so much for joining. Michael, we could keep going and going. Maybe
I know,
one
I know. They're going to pull out the cane in a second,
I was going to say, they're like, okay, it's time. Well, listen, thank you all so much for joining. Again, thank you for Michael
but
having that
thanks
fun.
for,
Look,
thanks for making me make an afternoon snack so I can get through the day. Y'all
I
know my.
know. I
Mm-hmm.
am so excited. I'm going to dive into this as soon as we're
So,
done. I cannot wait. But don't forget, by the way, when you're shopping with us, get lucky. Lucky 60, Lucky 100. It gets you all kinds of amazing, and they're all themed green and amazing products that we love. So be sure to take advantage. They're good until tomorrow night at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And as always, thank you so much for joining, and we cannot wait to see you all soon. Start thinking, what's our next challenge, Michael? We'll be
all
thinking.
right, let's hear. You can tell us too. So I'm going to be ready. I love it. Anytime, Janine.
Exactly. Have a great night, everyone.